You're now listening to the Shipper's Toolbox, presented by Refund Retriever. Hey guys, Brian from Refund Retriever here. And today, let's take a look at 2020, preparing for next year and the impact that the carriers, FedEx and UPS, are going to have on your small parcels. So, every single year, the FedEx and UPS rates rise. There's a general rate increase, of course. And in addition, there's increases to the accessorial fees. There's also increases to the rules of the accessorial fees. The large package surcharges now, it's going to be a little bit different. The amount of the weight that's charged to it and, what gets hit with the additional handling. That's just one example. There's a few other things that happen. Check out our blog for some of the other ones. But, let's just take a look at kind of what's going on with the parcel industry and in 2020, what you can expect. So one of the things that I've seen in the past few years that shippers kind of get surprised with, and it's like they get charged with it every few years, are these holiday surcharges. These are going to keep going up. UPS took some of them away that they were charging during the holiday seasons. But I don't think that this is a trend that you can expect in the future. I think more surcharges are going to apply in the future holidays. We have seen a ton of clients with lots of delays, lots of issues these holiday seasons. So, I think there's going to be more surcharges in the future. Right now, FedEx has a few of them, UPS has a few of them, but I think there's going to be more. I have a feeling that residential surcharge will see a holiday increase. So, I was going down the street the other day on my street here in Houston, and there's construction, so one side of the street is basically closed, and there was a UPS driver in front of me. And that guy stopped at least 4 times before I got to the turn to my driveway. That's one street in Houston, Texas that driver stopped 4 times. And when it comes to residential delivery, that's just going to be more and more. So I have a feeling FedEx and UPS are going to put a holiday increase on those fees. So it would be nice if they lowered them in the rest of the year, but I think it's going to be just a increase. Like right now, additional handling and some of the other fees, they tack on $37.50 here or this. It's just the characteristics of that package. Most packages that are in the holiday season, of course, are residential. So that big increase, I think there will be a residential increase in the holidays coming up soon. So watch for that. Also in 2020, the number of delivery area surcharges is increasing. So, they are putting more zip codes in that big list that says, here's an additional fee because we don't like these zip codes. I think this is going to get more and more, especially with FedEx that has some of the contract drivers. You're going to see a lot more as soon as they start kind of allotting certain routes to contract drivers versus FedEx employees. That list will get bigger, and of course they're going to have a residential fee and the delivery area surcharge fee or extended delivery area surcharge fee. Watch for those. Another cost that a lot of FedEx and UPS shippers kind of think they don't really have a control over are, fuel surcharges. So, these were originally designed to kind of protect the carriers from, whenever the price of gas and jet fuel were too high, they were able to fluctuate the cost of operational expenses with the cost of the packages. These need to be watched, and also you can get a discount on these. We have some clients with very, very good discounts on fuel surcharges. Some of them don't even know you can ask for that. So, in 2020, if you're going to redo a contract, ask for all of your discounts to be applied to fuel surcharge, or ask for an additional discount on those fuel charges for every single service or whatever service you use the most. Sometimes it might not be smart to ask for kind of a blanket discount on something. Ask for what service you use the most, and you might, start with give me a blanket and then end with, okay, ground is 75% of my shipping, so give me a discount of 27% or whatever you come up with on my ground shipping. And with all of our shippers and a lot of our, social media and a lot of our content, Watch the terms and conditions for your FedEx and UPS contracts. They can basically change at any time. And, a lot of our shippers that sign new FedEx agreements, they see a big change in their terms and conditions where FedEx takes out the right for guaranteed service refunds. Basically, FedEx says, we are not going to honor the on time or it's free guarantee. This is almost a standard issue with all brand new FedEx contracts. You can ask to have this removed. If you come to a point where you come to a company like Refund Retriever, right now we are asking people, let me see your FedEx contract. Let me look. I mean, if you're $1 million shipper, I want to see your contract before I start downloading a lot of information for you, because you might not be able to get any refunds back. And not getting the refunds back, it's not a huge amount of money that you're going to save every single year. So I'm not sure exactly why they're putting in there, unless this industry is really taking a toll on FedEx and UPS profit margins. I doubt it has. But kind of what it spawned is shippers that kind of become upset when they realize that this has maybe been slipped in, or they weren't given notice about it. And it kind of leads over to the fact where, okay, now shippers want to see some reports and analytics that are not offered by FedEx and UPS in the online billing or in any of their general, online accounts, anything like that. Cost per pound shipped, all a complete breakdown of your accessorial fees. What are the last 90 days worth of address corrections? How many times did I ship to the same address over the past 6 months and it was the wrong address and I got charged $16 for it? These type of things are kind of what you need to look at as a shipper. What are the internal inefficiencies that I can change before I go to FedEx and UPS and try to get a lower discount rate? How do I make my own internal processes better? And this comes from reports and analytics. I harp on reports and analytics all the time. So even if you have a waiver, contact the Refund Retriever. We can set up reports and analytics and not do the auditing for you and tell you where your money's actually going. And I guess the last thing that I would say for coming up in 2020 for shipping, dimensions. Dimensions are a big part of the cost of your FedEx and UPS shipping. Keep an eye on your dimensions. Keep looking at every single box size that you ship out, because if you're not shipping efficiently, you're going to get charged for more. So look at your box size. If the box size and what your package size is cannot actually be adjusted with better internal cushioning, or by any means that is guaranteed to get your product to the end user in the 100% shape, then that's when you kind of look over into getting a better dimensional divisor, or looking at variances and additional handling, or looking at variances in what the actual measurements of your packages are. Like if you have a package that the sides are going to come out maybe 1/4 of an inch, but it comes under a certain size frame that you like, and that's you're not going to get charged for more weight than it is, ask for a variance on that. Every single part of a FedEx and UPS contract is negotiable. So everything's going up 4.9% kind of across the board for the past few years. That's increasing, that's a compound percentage increase over last year and the last year and the last year. I mean, think of another service that every single year it's gone up 5% above what it did the year before. I mean, there's not many other services that you're using. You're not paying your employees 5% above every single year on the dot than what you did the year before. But shipping, you are. And there's choices out there to make. There's different things to look at. If it's looking at a different carrier, or if it's looking at what your current carrier is actually charging you. That needs to be looked at in every single realm. You look at it at every single aspect of internally, externally. What are your drop shippers doing? What are they charging you? How many times do they print labels and they don't ship them out? That kind of things you really need to look at coming into this year, because you know what? In 2021, it's going to go up another 5%, probably. but it hasn't been announced yet. But it will go up 4.9%. If I'm going to put money on it, it's going to go up 4.9% again next year. Minimum surcharge for most packages, it'll be in the high $8 range. So if you need help with your contracts, with shipping, contact us at Refund Retriever, www.refundretriever.com, or pick up the phone, 800-441-8085. If I'm not sitting here at my desk, leave me a message and I will call you back. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoy this podcast and listen to another one. Thanks. Thank you for joining us on the Shipper's Toolbox. If you have any questions, visit our website, refundretriever.com. Feel free to reach out to us, 800-441-8085, for anything related to your FedEx or UPS invoices. Have a great day.